Good morning class. Today we will start our new chapter, that is your infrastructure. Chapter number 8, infrastructure. Firstly, what we will consider or what we will read in this chapter. First one is your infrastructure and its type. Second one is importance. Third one is state. And last one is your health and the related topic with health. First one is your meaning and its type of infrastructure. Meaning of infrastructure means infrastructure refers to such activities and services which are needed to provide different kind of services in an economy. We can say that any service which support our life in an easy manner, which support our life and other activities are known as your infrastructure. There are some of the examples such as roads, railway, hospitals, schools, etc. They all are a part of infrastructure. Now, next one is types of infrastructure. Infrastructure basically is of two types. First one is social infrastructure and second one is your economic infrastructure. When we talk about your social infrastructure, the social infrastructure means the infrastructure which help in increasing the quality of life. Social infrastructure means which help in increasing quality of life. Quality of life किस चीज से बढ़ेगी? What things we need? First one is, for quality of life we will require education, then healthcare, then social touch. That means social infrastructure is basically infrastructure who deals with human development, human resources के लिए जो हम use करते हैं, that is your social infrastructure. Next one is your economic infrastructure. Economic infrastructure means those infrastructures which help in economic development. Now, how we will help in economic development? Economic development can be helped with the help of roads, airports, energy, railways, utility, ports, etc. So, with the help of these things, we will be able to increase our economic development. So basically the difference between social and economic is social infrastructure help in human resource development, whereas economic infrastructure help in economic development. Next one is your importance of infrastructure. Now infrastructure has many importance, but there are basically four main importance. First one is your facilitates functioning of economy. Now how it helps in facilitation of functioning of economy? Look over here. If one sector is improved, for example, if agriculture sector is improved or manufacturing sector is improving day by day, so it will directly and indirectly help other sector to push forward. For example, if we will start growing more crops, then we will require more machineries to do the same, to use them or to make other goods out of those crops. And if we will make more services, more machines, etc., more plants we are making, so likewise economy will increase, and if economy is increasing, thus we will make other services also. So basically one service is related to another service at once. Next one is your agricultural development. Now agricultural development, how agricultural development is going on? With the help of modern technology and facilities. Now because of infrastructure we have started using threshers, pluggers, different kind of machines, tractors. So what they are actually increasing? They are irrigation facilities. So what they are actually increasing? They are actually increasing the development process of agriculture. Next one is better quality of life. Better quality of life means that with the help of infrastructure, for example, using schools, using healthcare facilities, using club centers, etc. So we are actually enhancing the standard of the life. Next one is provides employment. Now infrastructure provides employment by the help of development. By increasing number of schools in a particular area, we will indirectly and directly increase the number of workers in that area. If we will make new dams, new roads, so we will require manpower to construct these things. And to construct these things, if we require manpower, that's how we create employment. Now next one is your state of infrastructure in India. Basically, Indian infrastructure is lagging behind due to many reasons. First one is dependent on biofuels. Basically 90% of rural population is still using biofuel for cooking. Even we have advanced so much, still Indian women in rural areas, in villages, they are still using biofuels, for example cow dung, woods, to cook. That is directly or indirectly hazardous for their health as well because of the smoke. Next one is no access to clean drinking water. At most 24% of people are using tap water. Others are using open sources such as your lakes, ponds, ocean water or river water, etc. They are using that water only. They don't have any access to clean drinking water. Next one is lack of proper sanitation facility. At most only 6% of rural areas have improved facilities of sanitation, whereas in urban areas it is slightly high, but still rural areas lack facilities very much. Last one is electricity connection. No electricity connection is there. According to 2001 census, what we are getting, only 56% of rural population have electricity connections, and others are using other ways of powers. For example, 43% are using kerosene to use electricity or lights. Next one is your health. Now speaking about health, health is not just your physical health. Health includes three parameters. First one is your physical, second one is your mental, and third one is your social well-being. That means a person is considered healthy when he is physically fit, mentally fit, and socially fit. Socially fit in terms of social status and social culture and social reliability. Next one is your role of private sector in health. As urbanization is increasing day by day, so there are basically different kind of roles which our private sector is giving to health sector also. At most 60% of dispensaries belong to private sector. More than 70% of hospitals are of private sector. 13 lakh medical enterprises are there. Because of that, 22 people have jobs in medical sector. And lastly, out of total beds which are given in India for hospitals, 2/5 beds belong to private sector. That's how private sector contributes in infrastructure. Next one is your very important topic, that is your women health. Now in women health, what is basically you are given? First one is 3 lakh girls are married who are below 15 years and even they have child with them. See, 15 years is a very small age, and because of age gap, because of small ages, girls are suffering from many diseases. Mainly they are suffering from maternity rate, and second one is their low calcium, iron, other nutrients, minerals. They are suffering from many kind of diseases because of very much less proteins, minerals, because at very small age they are getting pregnant and they are having child. That is very bad for their health. Next one is abortions. Abortions are also very much common in India, in rural areas especially. Next one is declining child sex ratio. Slowly and steadily child sex ratio is decreasing day by day. Next one is your critical assessment of health infrastructure. Now, due to increasing day by day problems, there are so many health infrastructure problems which we have to discuss, so that we can conclude that where and in which part we have to struggle more, we have to act more. First one is unequal distribution of health services. Now, we can see that in areas like Bahadurgarh also, in areas which are big cities, Delhi, Mumbai. So basically in these areas there are number of hospitals, dispensaries, clinics, public health centers and public labs also. You can see them at every road. Medical clinics or medical shops, you can see them at every road and every street. Whereas in rural areas there are so many population who are living in rural areas, but still they don't have proper healthcare facilities. They have very much less facilities. They have only one or two hospitals in the complete area. which have also known, which is also lacking so many facilities like surgery facilities or many big machines like ventilators or some other processes. Next one is communicable diseases. We are not aware about communicable diseases. For example, AIDS, SARS. We should be informed about AIDS and SARS, HIV very much because they are communicable diseases and they can spread worldwide, and they are fatal diseases also. So we should be more concerned about these types of communicable diseases. Next one is for health sanitation facilities. Now, health sanitation facilities are very poor in India, as we have concluded in our previous topic also, that at most only 6% of rural people are having sanitation facilities and others don't have sanitation facilities, which make India a very poor country for health. Next one is lack of manpower. Now approximately 44,000 doctors passes every year, but because of the lack of infrastructure, because of lack of opportunities in employment, many of the people from 44,000 doctors, some at the same time went to foreign, some use private sectors. Only at most 14 to 16,000 doctors are there who are appointed as government doctors and who uses government services. Next one is malnutrition. Because of poverty and very much high population, people suffer from malnutrition. And last one is role of private sector. Private sector has increased its role in health, but the problem is because of the private sector, people are not able to pay the bills over there. You can get all the services in private sector, but private sectors are very expensive and you cannot pay the bill. Poor people cannot pay the bill over there. Even the rich people fear, because the bill over there, the prices of doctor and the fees of doctor is very high.